And I'll love you till Tuesday.
Tuesday, go away.
Ruby Tuesday. I could wait till Tuesday. Tuesday morning. And on a Tuesday, I'm gonna hug you. Tuesday.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. Happy World Kindness Day, except to that schmuck who cut me off without signaling on my ride to the studio today. This is the Reynolds Report. Stan Lee, the Marvel Comics legend who co-created some of its most famous heroes like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the Fantastic Four, died yesterday in Los Angeles at the age of 95. The cause of death has not been immediately released. Lee began working at Timely Comics in 1939 at the age of 18. The company changed its name to Marvel Comics in 1961 when Lee and artist Jack Kirby co-created the Fantastic Four and saw it to become a huge hit. With the success of the Fantastic Four came more Lee Kirby creations throughout the 1960s, including Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, X-Men, Daredevil, Doctor Strange, and of course, Spider-Man. Rest in peace, you superhero you, Stan Lee. Douglas Rain, the classically trained Shakespearean actor who provided the sinister voice of the HAL 9000 computer in the film 2001: A Space Odyssey, has passed away at the age of 90. The Canadian actor's death was announced by the Stratford Festival. Rain spent almost 10 days in total in studio recording the voice for Hal in order to perfect the tone of the computer after his first attempts were deemed by director Stanley Kubrick to be too emotional.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
What are you talking about, Hal?
This mission is too important for me to allow you to jeopardize it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me, and I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to make this short and sweet today. By now, you've heard of the president's plan to have a cybersecurity unit with Russia. The president overnight also had these ideas. Working with China to stop child labor from making tennis shoes and cheap phones. Teaming up with Mexico to prevent the distribution of cheap weed. And working with Ukraine on not sending any more beauty pageant bikini models. But that's all. I'm not taking questions.
The fallout continues as Donald Trump refused to go to a memorial service for Americans killed in France in World War I because of a light rain. He's now blaming it on the Secret Service. You know, if Trump were any more of a pussy, he'd have to grab himself. White House sources say that Trump is preparing to remove Kirstjen Nielsen as head of Homeland Security. Apparently, she got poor Nielsen ratings. You know, back in 2016, if you told me that in 2 years, future President Trump would be shitting on fire victims while simultaneously starting a war with France, I'd say, yeah, that sounds about right. Yes, you can now buy Trumpy the teddy bear, which comes with a long red tie and an American flag blanket stuffed inside. Melania, the Slovenian trophy wife, sold separately. Later this week, a cargo transport rocket will blast off for the International Space Station to deliver some things that were ordered. Sounds like somebody just couldn't wait until Black Friday. Gwyneth Paltrow said in an interview that years ago her father once called her out for becoming a Hollywood asshole. Gwyneth said, "That prompted me to change my ways and start selling jade vagina eggs." New federal guidelines are out for exercise. They say that adding any kind of movement into your day benefits your health. So, each night before I go to bed, I hide the TV remote in a different place. Some people in Vermont are complaining about an overabundance of deer in the suburbs. They claim that they're taking jobs away from the locals. Well, slow news day, folks. Ice-T has revealed that he's never had a bagel. Or Ice-T. Slow news day part 2. A man in Japan married a hologram. But don't worry, he's no dummy. He was smart enough to get a prenup. time for Nobody Gives a F***. A photo has surfaced of around 50 high school students in Wisconsin giving a Nazi salute. Why is it that the only thing kids tend to remember from history class is the wrong thing? Hey, Hitler Youth, nobody gives a f***. Right now, two dudes are racing each other to see who will be the first to travel across Antarctica without any help from anyone. I can't even find my way around Home Depot without help. Hey, adrenaline junkies, nobody gives a f***. And a Facebook outage hit some users on the East Coast yesterday. Users report that Facebook went down faster than a Kardashian in the backseat of a limo. Hey-o! Hey, social media. Nobody gives a f***. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.